Hey guys, welcome back to our newest edition of our Pokemon Black White 2 Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going to be having a match against a person from Smogon. First I want to thank everybody that's been continuously supporting my videos by liking, favoriting, sharing with others. Thank you very much for your kind support. Keep it up. I'm going to try to make my uploads frequent as much as I possibly can. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. And yeah, keep up the support. Anyways, with that being said, let's get right into it. He's going to lead with Chochino. Gonna go for the U-turn. I was expecting him to switch out, not trying to allow me to get some damage in there because I'm Scarf. He's banded. I trick him. He U-turns. Expect me to switch out, and now that is one fast mouse. Anyways, he switches out to Entei. I'm gonna switch out to my Mesprit, thinking, well, it's probably the least important team member on my team, so I can definitely stack it. Plus, I have two Stealth Rock Pokemon in form of this Mesprit and PilosWIne, and that's quite important because Entei rocks need to be up there to stay. So he one-shot me, that is by a mile, known as Choice Bandit Entei, and I switch out to my PilosWIne knowing that he's probably gonna switches out to his Sandslash, and now I switch out to my Rotom as I put up the rocks on Sandslash switch. I realize he may just go for Rapid Spin very early, let's see, but he Toxics me, and I don't know what's happening with Rotom and Poison, but he keeps on getting poisoned one way or the other. Is it either by Toxic directly or by tricking and getting Black Sludge, which is so dumb, but yes, it is like it just attracts poison left and right. It's crazy. Still, go for the Shadow Ball. He does expect that to happen, or maybe I'm gonna trick and he wants his band back, so that was an excellent move in his behalf. I switch out to my Mario, realizing that normal is the one I'm immune to, so he's probably gonna go for something else, which is on Stab, which is gonna give me the power to survive even after being a max special defensive one, which I do. He does get 5 turns, which means his skill links, and that's pretty good to know. But then again, who's not a skill linker? Technician does hit hard, but with Technician getting 5 hits, that would probably done way more. This guy gives me the opportunity to put asleep something on his team. He does have a Miltank, and it's probably even a Cleric, but at the same time, I feel like if I allow that thing to heal back, it's gonna need to give him one turn. It's gonna give me 1 turn advantage, because he's gonna need to do it eventually. So Excavalier is asleep, switching out to Embor. On the same turn he switches out to Chochino. The guy misses the Tail Slap. That is mighty unfortunate. So this fast mouse, Jerry, or whoever he is, I should bring Tom, but that fast mouse was a problem. I'm thinking that I could have taken the Tail Slap like 5 times, but I'm not too sure, and I did retaliate with the superpower, so that thing is down and out. End of story, not really much to talk about. He switches out to Gavancha. I was thinking, well, he's probably just raging right now. He's probably in the more of a, how do we say, an offensive stand where he's just gonna play it safe with a Thunder or Volt switch. So switching out to PilosWIne, realizing he's probably Choice in some way, maybe Choice Spec, Choice Car. Cannot afford to take either of those, so I'm just gonna switch out, just go for the Earthquake on the switch, as PilosWIne is immune to his moves. Switch was very obvious. I could have double switched, but just in case he's like Expert Belted or Life Orb to Gavantula, I just stayed in and go for the Earthquake, just to see at the same time how much I can do against a Miltank on the switch. Can be good, reasonable, knowledgeable information that I may just abuse later on in the match. So I do a reasonable amount. I switch out to my Amoonguss. He goes for the Huba. I could have gone for the Spore, and Spore his only Cleric, but after seeing Stealth Rocks, I was not too sure. I couldn't handle the fact that he could have switched out and then I would break the sleep clause because Excalibur was asleep. I couldn't really take that. But the problem with this strategy right now is that he will still need to allow me to put to sleep something on his team. Entei is still at reasonable amount of health. He switches out surprisingly to his Sandslash. Not too sure, maybe he was thinking maybe Giga Drain, but then again, no, it was probably not that. He allowed me to put asleep his only Rapid Spinner, and Entei is gonna be the one coming in next, which is gonna be the one that's still gonna be taking on the damage from Venom Shock. I have Toxic, Venom Shock, Spore, and Giga Drain on this guy, and I'm thinking, okay, now we have a plan. Cannot allow myself to, for the Amoonguss to go down. It's a Spore user, he's got a Cleric, but again, Spore can be abused both ways. In one, giving yourself 1 free turn for somebody to Q-Bell, if you do have that 1 turn that you can dish out the damage with that move, the status problem. And 2, can probably take this Flare Blitz, so what's the point in, you know, having my Amoonguss go down like that? And that's exactly what he did. Recall was not enough, which is gonna mean that I'm gonna need to superpower, but either way, Galvantula comes in, and just in case he's Scarf, I cannot stay in. I just cannot afford to take damage. So I switch out to my Rotom. He's gonna go for the Volt Switch, expect me to switch out or just stay in. Either way, I can, you know, my Ember is very heavily crippled now, and judging by the damage, I'm kind of going towards Specs. I cannot really say for certain because it's only a Rotom, and Rotom's pathetic HP can speak a lot. But either way, I can at least see what kind of switch he's gonna do. So Rotom still managed to give me some good information by leaving it as a good Death Fire in that case. Switching out to Ember, just gonna decide to go for the superpower. Could have gone for Flare Blitz, but just in case he predicts that he does have Thick Fat, he resisted. It's not gonna take him down, the Recall would have taken me down. So it's better for me to just superpower away and not really bank myself on the Recall damage, just in case he stays in with Miltank. Now surprisingly, I do get a crit on his Sonic, his Sand Slash, but by the end of the day his anti was already taken down, so don't care too much. Plus Rotom was already down. Sleep resetting on the switch, I would have probably handled him anyways. But yeah, Star Fox would have been enough for my Ember to be taken down, but I could have still have him. Apologize for that, that was the phone there, I had to skip, but we're back here and we're back in action. Anyways, Ember still dishing out damage. It was enough to two-shot with a crit his Sand Slash, and I just want to do some damage. Now, we're in a bit of a pickle position. Checking out his team, he's got his Galvantula. I still don't have my Sprite, but if I can still manage to remember what he's got, let's see. He's got Galvantula, this guy, and his Miltank, right? I have Kangaskhan, my PilosWIne, and Amoonguss, right? If I still remember correctly, because this is a really good match, and when it comes down to good matches, you tend to remember what your last Pokemon were, and the same can be said about his team. So yes, you may actually ask yourself, why didn't you straight direct switch out to your PilosWIne? Why are you making this moves? The thing is, he's got lefty, so he doesn't run anything like Resto Chesto. I can Drain Punch, I can guarantee myself to get him down to at least the amount where Earthquake can be enough to take him down. So that's the plan, because Amoonguss cannot, it cannot touch this guy. It just cannot touch it. So my only plan of taking this guy down is with the help of PilosWIne. Now I can originally outspeed him, and this is important because taking him down on the switch, you know, taking him down like this, not really on the switch, is very important. And Miltank doesn't really appreciate the Earthquake with the Stealth Rock support, so he's gonna leave in his Excavalier, and that was big. That was a big move. I still have my Amoonguss. Amoonguss can sort of handle Galvantula, and I can put asleep this Miltank just in case stuff come down to worse. But PilosWIne is important essence right now. Body Slam away, doesn't really do that much. It's doing around like 100 HP if I'm not mistaken there. I do go for the Earthquake, doing a significant amount. I just want to force him into going for the Meal Drink, and he did go for the Meal Drink back before, so he's probably gonna do it again. But the guy just goes for the Body Slam, and I was a little bit concerned because he scores a crit. Now I can switch out back to PilosWIne, but the problem is, what happens if he paralyzes me and gets some paralyzation going? Because I'm not a person that is a favor of paralyzation. Paralyzation most of the time really hates me, and this is definitely a very important turn. Now luckily I did not get the paralyzation. I do manage to put his crazy cow to sleep, and that's probably just gonna seal the deal for him, because now he's gonna need to switch out, or I can just Giga Drain away. Then again, there is a chance of paralyzation. I'm again really not the strongest when it comes down to paralyzation. I'm really unlucky with it, so it would have probably been the best choice to just stay in. He can probably take one of the Giga Drains and maybe even wake up on the next turn, but that was not the case, as he switches out to Galvantula, goes for the Bug Buzz, takes me out, and I'm guessing he's kind of banking on my PilosWIne right now to be the only Pokemon that doesn't have priority, but unfortunately that will not be the case, and I'm gonna go for the Ice Shard. I'm kind of guessing this thing is Specs with Bug Buzz. You guys can do calcs how much that would have done against 252 attack, 252 HP PilosWIne, and the rest 4 of them I have in defense. So still Earthquake, you know, against the Miltank, and that's gonna be enough to shatter the ground, take down his last remaining Pokemon, and that's gonna be the game. He actually told me that he's pretty new to battling. He doesn't want to be mentioned because this battle he played horrible, but to be perfectly honest, you didn't play horrible at all. This was a really good match. what are you talking about? I was like, 1-0 score, there is no terrible. Well, I was playing terrible as well. We all play terrible at times, and I'm pretty sure I play even more terrible than you in this match, considering that you know, I got some lucky turns like superpower crit on the Sand Slash, miss with Tail Slap. That play important role. If Tail Slap miss would have not happened, it would probably come down to me losing the match. So you didn't play terrible. You were playing pretty damn great. I'm pretty sure you're watching this because yeah, he does know about my channel. So again, man, good game. I enjoyed it a lot. Come check me out on Skype. Let's battle some more. Anyways, yeah, when I'm online, that is. And nowadays, I'm not as frequent on Skype as I used to be, but I still come online every now and again and you know, challenge people and then at least accept one and go from there. But still, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I did. Again, good game to my opponent, and that's gonna be it for today. Until next time, guys, peace out.